Lesson number 86 is about area of a circle. Now, we can see the circle below is drawn on a grid. And we've got our circle on a coordinate plane in the background. And our first question A says, how many units is the radius of the circle? Now, we know that the radius of a circle is just the distance from the outside of the circle to the center. So having the grid here is very nice because we can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So we don't know what the units are. It doesn't say inches, feet, or miles, so it could be anything. So our answer for problem A will be 4 units. Problem B says estimate the area of the circle. Well, to estimate the area of the circle, we've got to figure out how many square units there are within there. So let's count our full square units first. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is about full, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Well, if we have 9 here, we must have 9 in our other 3 quadrants. So the first part is going to be about 9 times 4, which is 36. That would give us all of our spots that are full. But if we looked at this, you can see there's some halves. And some halves are bigger than others, or less than others. So it looks like, well, we've got a small part here that's within our circle, bigger part, a much bigger part, a much smaller part, a bigger part, and almost a full. So, if we want to look at this, well, we've got to figure out exactly how to do that. So, if we call the more than half and half 1, we could call these two 1 together. We could call these two 1 together. We could call these two about 1 together, even though they're a little bit more. So that gives us 3 more times 4, because there'd be 4 sections like that. So 3 times 4 is equal to 12. If we want to estimate the area of the circle, we can see that 36 plus 12 is equal to 48. So the area of the circle is going to be about equal to 48 square units. We could box our answer and move on to the next question. The radius of a circle is 3 centimeters. What is the area of the circle? Use 3.14 for pi. Round the answer to the nearest square centimeter. Now for this problem, we don't have our grid on the background. And we don't need a grid on the background because when we use it, we're really just estimating to find out what our answer may be. We want to be precise. And the way to find out what the area of a circle is to use the formula. The area of a circle is always going to be equal to pi times the radius squared. And when we use that formula, we no longer have to count and estimate what the area would be. We can be much more precise with this. We can also be quicker. So let's go ahead and solve. In fact, when we have this, we don't even need a picture. So the area of the circle is going to be equal to, well, the radius is 3, and it says to use 3.14 for pi. So pi, that's 3.14. The radius was 3, and we have to square that to find out what our area is. Now, we always have to square things, or do our powers before we multiply. So we're going to get 3.14 times 3 squared, and remember 3 squared just means 3 times 3, and that's equal to 9. So we've got this here. We could go ahead and we could figure out exactly what our answer is going to be by multiplying 3.14 by 9. Let's do that off to the side. We'll use a different color. 3.14 times 9. 9 times 4, that's 36. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 3 more is 12. We'll carry our 1. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 1 more is 28. We've got to remember to move our decimal. We've got to move it out twice, so we have whole numbers. Then we've got to balance out our answer by bringing it back in twice. So we've got our product. The area of the circle is going to be equal to 28.26. And we have square centimeters. So we could write it as centimeters to the second power. This is an equal to sign. We could go ahead and box our answer. We've got our label. We found the area of the circle by multiplying pi times the radius squared. and we can move on to our next question. Our lesson practice will be on page 462. Make sure you've got your notes complete, and I'll see you during our next class.